Simon Ekpa. You might not know the name, but in certain circles he's kind of a big deal. See, Ekpa is a leader in the Indigenous People of Biafra movement, or IPOB for short. They want a separate nation for the Igbo people in southeastern Nigeria. He's been shouting from the rooftops, or at least his keyboard, from his comfy home in Finland. But Finland, well, they're not exactly known for their tolerance of, shall we say, troublemakers. And Ekpa, with his online antics, might have just crossed the line. They slapped him with charges of inciting terrorism. Seems like those fiery online speeches weren't taken too kindly by the Finnish authorities. Now Ekpa's singing a different tune, one of innocence of course. He claims he's done nothing wrong, but the Finns, they've got their evidence, gathered through painstaking investigation, and they are not afraid to use it. Looks like the self-proclaimed Biafran leader might be trading his Nordic haven for a less comfortable stay in a Finnish prison. Talk about a change of scenery. So, what exactly was Ekpa up to online? Well, picture this: fiery speeches, calls to action, and a whole lot of finger pointing. He was busy on his keyboard, allegedly urging his followers to engage in some seriously shady stuff. We're talking criminal acts, the kind that make governments very, very nervous. From 2021 to 2024, Ekpa used the internet like his own personal megaphone, broadcasting his message far and wide. His weapon of choice? Propaganda, pure and simple, the kind designed to stir up anger, resentment, and ultimately action. The Finnish authorities believe his words weren't just blowing smoke. They claim he was actively involved in a terrorist organization, using his online platform to incite violence and spread his separatist ideology. Ekpa's digital detonations might have seemed harmless from behind a screen, but in the real world, their impact was anything but. Now, let's hop over to Nigeria, the epicenter of Ekpa's online crusade. While he was enjoying the Finnish lifestyle, his words were causing quite a stir back in his homeland. See, Nigeria's already grappling with its fair share of internal strife. And Ekpa's fiery rhetoric? Well, it wasn't exactly pouring oil on troubled waters. His online pronouncements fueled tensions, exacerbating existing divisions within the country. The violence he allegedly incited, it led to real-world consequences with innocent lives caught in the crossfire. Ekpa's case is a stark reminder that the internet has no borders. What starts as online chatter can quickly escalate into real-world harm. And when you're dealing with someone like Ekpa, with his inflammatory rhetoric and alleged ties to violence, the stakes couldn't be higher. Ekpa might have been physically in Finland, but his influence was most definitely felt in Nigeria. And the consequences of his actions were all too real. Tag-teaming terror, a transatlantic takedown. Here's where things get interesting. Finland and Nigeria, two countries separated by, well, a whole lot of land and water, decided to team up. They realized that to tackle a problem like Ekpa, they needed to join forces. Finnish and Nigerian authorities worked together, sharing information and coordinating their efforts to build a rock-solid case against Ekpa. It was a transatlantic takedown, a testament to the power of international cooperation in tackling terrorism in our interconnected world. This wasn't just about catching one man. It was about sending a clear message. If you're going to incite violence and spread hate, no matter where you are in the world, you'll be held accountable. Ekpa's arrest wasn't just a win for Finland or Nigeria, it was a victory for international cooperation, proving that when it comes to fighting terrorism, teamwork really does make the dream work. The long arm of the law, global implications. Ekpa's case is a wake-up call. It highlights the global reach of terrorism investigations and the need for international cooperation like never before. Gone are the days when criminals could seek refuge in distant lands, thinking they were beyond the reach of the law. This case sets a precedent. It shows that countries are willing to work together to bring those accused of terrorism to justice, no matter where they may be. It's a stark warning to anyone who thinks they can use the internet to incite violence and spread hate with impunity. The long arm of the law just got a whole lot longer. And for those involved in terrorism, well, let's just say the world just got a whole lot smaller. Freedom of speech versus fueling the fire. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Freedom of speech. It's a fundamental right, but like all rights, it comes with responsibilities. Ekpa's case has sparked a debate about where the line should be drawn. On one hand, we have freedom of expression. On the other, we have the very real threat of incitement to violence and the need to protect public safety. It's a delicate balancing act and one that courts around the world are grappling with in the digital age. Ekpa's case highlights the challenges of regulating online content and the need to find a balance between protecting free speech and preventing harm. It's a discussion that's only going to become more pressing as technology continues to evolve. Finding that balance is crucial. It's about ensuring that we protect freedom of expression while also safeguarding our societies from those who would exploit it to sow division and incite violence. The final bell, awaiting the verdict. As we speak, Simon Ekpa sits in a Finnish jail cell, awaiting his fate. The judge is currently reviewing the evidence and the world is watching closely. The verdict in this case will have far-reaching implications. It will set a precedent for how similar cases are handled in the future. It will also send a message about the limits of free speech in the digital age and the consequences of using the internet to incite violence and spread hate. Whatever the outcome, one thing is clear. Simon Ekpa's case has shone a light on the evolving nature of terrorism in the 21st century and the challenges of combating it in our interconnected world. The final bell is about to ring, and the world waits with bated breath for the verdict. The outcome of this case will shape the future of global terrorism investigations, reminding us that the fight against hate and violence transcends borders. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.